Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of The Family Chantal, Season 1, Episode 30. Okay, so we know the man got a child, okay? We all know it. We know it. The PI, the private investigator, we all know what PI is. Shows the child support payments and says that he has a 9-year-old son, but they've only known about the girl. I have no idea how old the girl is because they never said. Chantel feels so sad because Winter put her dreams on hold to take care of Ja and his daughter. And in my opinion, it did. I don't know if maybe the mother was privy to this information, maybe because she didn't seem as shocked as maybe Chantel did. Or maybe Chantel is a much better actress. Anyway, the mother, Karen, is like, well, maybe he was embarrassed because he had a child when he was in high school and maybe he didn't want to say anything. And Chantel is like, you don't make excuses like that for Pedro. What if Pedro had a child? She said, if Pedro had a child, it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, it'd just be one more thing where I'd say, boom, there, boom goes the dynamite. So Chantel and Karen think that the best thing for them to do is to go over to Winter's and Ja's house. And so convenient that Ja's daughter is staying at Ja's parents' house for the weekend to go and tell Winter the information that they have discovered. So we see River and Thomas and Pedro. They're at the Dude Ranch. River doesn't want Thomas to get his hopes up for brotherly love or male bonding. They are apparently in the boondocks, which means there is no cell service whatsoever. And I don't think my African American ass would be in that situation. Um, Pedro is very excited to ride horses. So he's in a good mood. He and River have a lot of banter going back and forth. And it doesn't seem like Pedro kicked anything off the table. It really doesn't seem like Pedro ever put his foot on Karen and Thomas's table. And it doesn't seem like River got his face scratched by Pedro's sister. It's a really nice time, I might add. Okay. So Pedro cracks me the hell up. Pedro was like, the man was like, you're an experienced rider. He said, yeah, a little bit. He would, when I tell you, his mouth was so open. He was like, he got out the car. He was like, yeehaw. And I was just losing it. I was losing my mind. I was legitimately losing my mind. Pedro's holding the show together by the seams. Okay. So Chantel and Karen are going straight to Winter's house. They started driving. I get where the hell these motherfuckers live because they started driving. Let's say it was day. It was in the daytime. They didn't pull up to their house until night. So unless they edited something, what's really going on? So they showed that little bitty scene and then went back to the men. The men go out for a drink. And Pedro says this is the first time that they've treated him with respect. Pedro asks River why didn't he like him in the beginning. River says, well, I thought you were here on a student visa and it turned out to be a marriage visa. Pedro says, well, that's not my fault. That's your sister's fault. And he's like, oh, yes, I know. I just stopped trusting both of you. Well, I stopped trusting her and I never started to trust you. River says, well, Pedro asks River, what does he think of him right now? River says, you know what? I want to leave stuff in the past. Pedro says, I want to leave stuff in the past as well. Do you really mean that? Winter. River says yes. Pedro says yes. Hoo ha, hoo ha. Um, Pedro says that he feels alone here. His family is not 1,000 miles away, but his family is far. And Thomas says, well, you are a part of this family. I don't want you to think like you're not. Pedro says that he does get envious of the relationship that River and Thomas have because he didn't have a father. So he had to grow up fast to take care of his mother and his sister. And he wanted to be a basketball player, but his mother couldn't take him because his mother had to work all the time and he didn't have another parent. So, it just kind of fell by the wayside. And he knows, hello? He knows that he could have been a professional if he had someone to, be there for him. And he hasn't really asked anything about his father. His mother said that his father had another family. Well, you got some splaining to do. Okay? You do. You do. You really do. So Chantel and her mother finally pull up. They walk right in. So I guess like how Tiffany was talking about, they be leaving doors open. I guess they leave doors open here too. They knock on the door, then they walk right in. Ja and Winter are sitting there with some damn liquor that ain't got no name on it in a weird bottle. I've never seen liquor in that type of bottle. Maybe it was some sangria. Who knows? Um, Karen says, I know you have a son. Winter is just sitting there like this. Winter is listening and she's like, is it true? And he don't say no, but he says that he didn't want to talk to her like this. I thought that it seemed fake all the way up until Winter went in the room. Karen tried to go in the room. Ja was like, I don't want to be in the room. Chantel went in the room. She's like, Winter, I want to talk. Winter says to Chantel, I don't want to talk about this, Sierra. That's what she says. And I said, oh, this might be real. She couldn't even stick to the script to call her Chantel. She called her by her real name. This might be some real information. Okay, that's the only thing that I used that I deduced. I don't know what I was about to say. That's what I deduced. I could be wrong. Who knows? She goes outside. Winter goes outside to see Josh. She's like, bro, what's going on? He's like, that's crazy. That's crazy. She's like, is it true? He's like, that's crazy. He's like, I'm about to go. She's like, well, go. I mean, if you don't want to talk to me and don't want to tell me, then go. He magically has a backpack, calls a ride, gets in the ride and go. Girl, I'm trying to figure out where that ride came from. Was it his baby mama? Because at this point, if the child is older than his daughter, why wouldn't he say anything about it? Unless this is manufactured drama, like I said. But it's just really weird to me that you have a 9-year-old son and a whatever-year-old daughter, and I know about the younger child, but I don't know about the older child. That's kind of weird to me. So we see Pedro. Pedro comes back and he tells Chantel how everything went. She tells Pedro about the situation, and Pedro's like, first of all, why would you get involved? But the more that Pedro hears, the more he's a little bit smiling because he's like, finally, I'm not the bad guy. Finally, it's not me. I'm not the meanie. Okay, it's not me. I do feel bad for Ja because I know how Chantel's family is, but I'm not the bad guy for once. Okay, and I'm a little bit okay with that. So Thomas and River go to see Karen. They talk about Karen and Thomas. They've been married for 28 years. Um, I wonder why Karen wears that damn wig. Because I just feel like she could wear a better wig. Let's say that. She could wear a better wig. But they've been married for 28 years, love each other, boom, boom. Once Karen tells Thomas is lost for words. He's very concerned for Winter's sake. And River wished that he had been there because things might have went differently. Now, the thing is, I seen the wine bottle that Winter and Ja were drinking, so I thought this was scripted. But then Winter said that she had spent the night there, so I'm like, maybe she took the wine because she needed it. Karen says that regardless of what Winter does, they will be there for them. Why did y'all name y'all children Winter and River? And it gets confusing after a while. Okay, I don't know. And they both light skinned with curly brown hair. Like, how am I supposed to know who is who? Anyway, we see Chantel. Chantel calls over Winter, you see? And she wants to make sure she's okay. She goes over there. Winter doesn't understand why Ja didn't tell her, and her life feels completely upside down. Chantel says that she wanted to apologize because for how she presented the information. Winter is a little bit angry because she wishes that she had been at the private investigator so she could tell Ja the way that she could approach the situation the way that she wanted to approach it. Um, Chantel tells her that Ja wanted to propose and asks Winter, is that something that she would have wanted? And of course, she says yes. And she's like, I mean, it's weird and she feels stupid, but Chantel is like, no, it would have been stupid if y'all would have got married and then 40 years down the line, a whole ass son come out the woodwork. Like, I've been here the whole time. Um, and the son was 3 when they started. I don't know. This is weird to me. Chantel says that if they break up, would you still be able to see his daughter? Because I guess the mother isn't in the picture and Ja is like full time father raising the child by himself. And Winter is like, well, that'll be something because, I do love the baby and everything. Chantel says that they need to separate for a minute. They need to be apart. I guess Winter tried to get in communication with Ja, but Ja didn't answer. So, boom, boom. Um, it's a complicated situation. And that's it. Honestly, y'all, I do these reviews in under 15 minutes, but it wasn't really anything that went on that was too razzmatazz about it. So who knows? Maybe the next episode I'll have a little bit of razzmatazz. I hope so because it's getting on my nerves. So I guess Claus is done for, and I'm sick of these shitty ass season finales. So we gonna have to come better. We gonna have to come better. We gonna have to come harder. And we gonna have to come stronger. Anyway, I'm done. If y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and everything else that you need to know about me will be down below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.